Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be teaching you some basics of MATLAB programming, how to code, how to start coding, and where to find the resources about learning MATLAB or having some issue, how to resolve those issues. So in the age of internet, everything is at your fingertips. So I'll just quickly guide you through some of the resources that I find very useful whenever I'm doing coding. So let's get started. Note that this video is in no way of explaining how to build logic for coding or programming. In this video, I am assuming that you have a problem at hand and you understand the basic mathematics behind it, the logics used to solve the problem. Now you just need a tool to apply it. So after deciding MATLAB as your tool, you can refer to this video how to start using MATLAB to solve your problem. So we go to this website of MATLAB and we go from features and capabilities to programming with MATLAB. And then under programming with MATLAB, we'll see all these details. First, and a quick introduction, MATLAB is a high-level programming language designed for engineers and scientists that express matrix and array mathematics directly. You can use MATLAB for everything from running simple interactive commands to developing large-scale applications. It's a very simple language. There is no programming experience required at all. There are some examples given. You can do some operations like square root, you can define a matrix, you can find eigenvalues, and you can visualize your data using all these commands. We can also combine commands into a script. So whenever we have multiple commands, instead of writing it into a command window, we can write a script and then run the script. Then we can also write reusable functions. Sometimes it happens we have to do a certain type of calculations very often. So instead of writing that piece of code every time, write it separately as a function and we call that function every time we need. This gives a very cleanliness to the code. So it's always preferred to write small functions instead of a large script. Then we can also have object-oriented programming in MATLAB. We can start by using MATLAB as a small calculator to an advanced calculator used for creating large-scale applications. So it has a lot of diversity and a lot of application in today's world, especially for numerical computing. Now we have understood the basics of MATLAB. So how to learn MATLAB? Apart from all the videos that have been posted on YouTube, there is also an in-house video series developed by people working in MATLAB to convey you the basics of MATLAB. These are called self-paced online courses. In self-paced online courses, there you have all these categories. You can see you have all MATLAB, getting started with MATLAB, language fundamentals, data import and analysis, and programming. Also, Simulink is considered as a separate part. Then you can have about Simulink and an online training suite. So you have all these videos available on MATLAB website where you can learn at your own pace. You can pause the video, do some coding. By watching 10,000 videos, you won't be learning as much as writing 10,000 lines of code. So always keep practice over knowledge. Knowledge is always built wherever you are doing it along the way. So we have learned the basics of MATLAB. Now we have found resources where to learn MATLAB. Now we'll quickly go to MATLAB itself. This is when you open MATLAB, forget about this path. This is the command window where you write your commands. Similarly to like square root of 49, answer is 7. So what happened, this was a command written by you and this is the answer given by MATLAB. Plus this answer is also saved as a variable in workspace. Here you can see the workspace. You can also assign this some value. Let's say I want to use a as a variable whose value will be square root of 25. So a is set to 5. Again you go to workspace and see that a is set to 5. Now what happens? I want to add something to a. Please note that all these variables are case sensitive. If you write A small cap plus 2, you will get 7. But if you write capital A plus 2, it will show you an error because there is no description of variable A as of now. So again, it is giving you a such a suggestion that do you want to write small a plus 2? Then if you click enter, it will take it as it. But if I now do a plus 5, it's 10. Now the answer is also one of the variables. Now see in the workspace that answer is set to 10 instead of 7. It has been overwritten. Let me just clear all the variables. All the variables are now clear. You can see the workspace again. There are no variables now. Now I want to create a matrix. Then I'll use square brackets. Each of the entries separated by a comma are written in a row 2, 3, 4, and then with a semicolon we go to the next row. Semicolon is necessary to separate two rows, and all these rows has to be of same number of elements, otherwise this won't be allowed. Let's say 2, 5, 7, and then close with the bracket. Now if you want to suppress the output, we use semicolon at the end. Earlier there was this answer coming or this variable coming. Here you can see whenever you written a equals to square root of 25, then a equals to 5 was displayed, but with the use of semicolon at the end, the output was suppressed. But in both the cases, the variable was saved in the workspace. Now what happens if we don't have same amount of numbers? 2, 3, and then 1. Again it will give you an error using wordcat. So all these errors are shown whenever you are doing something wrong. And whenever this error shows, all these variables are not stored in the workspace, as you can see. The important thing is how to mitigate those errors, how to resolve those errors that we are facing. So let's say here we are having this error using wordcat. Dimensions of arrays being concatenated are not consistent. How to search what this error means? One way is to go to Google and search it. Then you can have this AI overview. Some websites also have these answers, and the official MathWorks also. There is this community build in MATLAB. You are automatically registered if you have an account, and then you can ask questions and answer someone else's questions. So it's a community. Sometimes the MATLAB officials also have some solutions to the problems. Let's say I open this. So here you can see the dimensions of arrays being concatenated are not consistent, the same error that you were seeing. You can search all these websites for your query, and then maybe you'll be able to find the solution. The other way is to ask the LLMs, the chat GPT. Again, you copy paste the same error. Here you'll see a different type of answer. Here you don't need to go to all these different websites. You'll straight away get the answer. It also gives you the primary reasons why this error is showing up, and then you can just check. You can have all these checks in your code and whether it's working correctly or not. Now that we have seen what is MATLAB, where are the basic tutorials available on MATLAB, primarily on YouTube and the MATLAB website itself. Then third, we had a quick view on the interface of MATLAB, how it looks, what are the different components of it. When faced with errors, what to do. Now we have seen this also. Sometimes whatever problem we want to solve using MATLAB has already been done by someone else. So there is always a hope of getting an open source code already written in MATLAB. So there are two primary locations where you can find this. One is GitHub and the other is MATLAB Central. So I'll just give you a quick tour about both of them. So this is GitHub and this is MATLAB Central. So on GitHub, if I want to search, let's say I want to have this read meshing in Abacus. So I have already made a repository here. So you can go to that repository and then just download the code. So these are .files. .m files. Similarly, for MATLAB Central, you can go to search and then again type some keyword, let's say abacus. Then again you are getting all these options. You can download any of them and get started. So I hope this video quickly covers about the basics of MATLAB and the resources needed to learn MATLAB and how to mitigate the errors, how to resolve the errors that you are facing while writing programs on MATLAB. Plus, on a bonus point, I have told you some resources where you can find an already written codes which you might find helpful. If not totally, it will help you as a starting point where you can build upon. In the next video series, I am hoping to create a playlist of very important tools which are often used in MATLAB, starting from a very basic level to advanced level. So please stay tuned and I'll be back with another video soon. Thank you for your time.